Hey, welcome back to On the Peg. It's me again. That's right. You're thinking, we just had an episode. What are you doing? After all, it's Friday night. You did a long episode on Batman. Why? Why not? After all, I'm the eyebrow raising, unsupervised, unscripted, unrehearsed Mad Montreal man. And I just figured we have to catch up on some toys. That plus fact, we had a Maple Coke incident. Yeah. And I've been forgetting about doing this guy for a while, so I figured I'm not going to forget doing Booster Gold today. So we're going to do Booster Gold. And because we're going down the path of Justice League International, still need a Rocket Red, still need still need a Guy Gardner. I figured I might as well do Fire. And just to get them out of the way, we might as well pound out the second wave of digital comics. Just saying, Superman, McFarlane's Digital Wave toys, of course, Ray Palmer, the Atom, and inspired by Mike Grell's Longbow Hunters, the Fantastic Green Arrow. So what do you say we get Dr. Scalpel out one more time, and let's take Booster Gold out of his temporal prison. In other words, let's get him out of the package. Back in a moment. Alright, we finally got Booster Gold out of the package. About time. He's been sitting there for a while. Now, there's a few things I like, a few things I don't like. Now, I actually like the Booster Gold character. And if you know your stuff and you're a comic book geek, you know Booster Gold in the future comes from an area that would be part of Canada. So technically, he's Canadian. Now, this is not his first costume. This is one of his more, this is like the after New 52 reboot, all that other stuff costume. It comes with a flying base. I like that. I like the costume overall. Except, there's a couple things I'm not happy about. First of all, where's his Legion flight ring? No detail. No Legion flight ring. Bit disappointed. Where's Skeet? I'm just saying, where's his little robot buddy? Mostly I'm disappointed in, it's not the body. I don't mind the body. I don't even mind the ankles being a bit stiff. It's this. This. Okay? Every comic book he's ever appeared in, his mask is clear. You can see his eyes. That is lazy head sculpting. It's disappointing. It's not even a great head sculpt. It is really a lazy head sculpt. I know, it bothers me too, because I was looking at one of my Street Fighters that I still have, Viper. Clear orange glasses, you can see the eyes. To me, this is laziness, when you don't want to put a proper visor on a character that has proper visors. Disappointing. This is one of the ones where if I had a proper 3D printer and I had enough software, I would probably resculpt the head with a clear visor. Just saying. It's something McFarlane does that it's a bit of a strike against McFarlane toys, is when they do character that should have a clear visor and they make it solid. Disappointing. Overall, though, I like having Booster Gold. I'll put him with my Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. It's just that head sculpt disappointing. And this is one time they didn't have to do a flying base. There's no flying feet thingies, no rockets. They just gave him a flying base because it's Booster Gold. No spare hands either. So if you're a Booster Gold fan, you definitely want to pick him up. I had to pick him up because I am a Booster Gold fan. And I do want to build out that Justice League International eventually when we get all the good characters. But disappointing. Happy I got him, but a little disappointed. So let's move on now to Fire. Ooh. Now, I will say right off the bat, when they announced Fire, I was excited. I was thinking, okay, we're going to get a Fire like in the comic books or like in the animated series, where she's like wearing her, you know, her green outfit, regular flesh tone, and they gave us the full Fire version. And you think there would have been a chase for this, and the chase would have been Ice. But no. Maybe we'll get Ice and Guy Gardner as a 2-pack. I don't know. But what do you say now that Dr. Scalpel has had his fun? Well, part of the fun. Let's get her out of the package, and we'll be back momentarily. Alright, right off the bat, this is what Fire should have come with. A flying base! No. As you saw in the close-up, Fire came with a typical flat, useless base. Now, this is how she should have come, with a flying base. So it made no sense. Booster Gold, you can do without a flying base. Came with a flying base. Fire, who should have a fire base, especially in her fire form, didn't have a flying base. I don't get McFarlane Toys. Now, I have mixed feelings about this. I'm happy we have a Fire. Yet, in some ways, I'm disappointed they went with the full Fire effect. The reason for that is well, you can see through the body, you can see all the joints and stuff. This would have been better off doing... Well, if you remember the Parallax, glow-in-the-dark Parallax, that green they did for his hands would have been thicker. It wouldn't be as transparent, and it just would have been nicer. It makes me think about Micronaut, basically. I would have been happier with a version where she wasn't on fire, and this would have been the chase. Because, for the most part, yeah, these come off. So you do have hands. It's a bit disappointing that they just chose to do Fire this way. I mean, the body's a reused body, let's be honest. They did add this flame thing to the waist, but the head sculpt, I'm not a big fan of it. You have and it also limits the most, that head, that's it. You can't really look down. This one's disappointing. This one is one that, well, if you're trying to build a Justice League International, you need it, because of course it's the only Fire we have so far. But overall, I'm disappointed in it. This is kind of one of the ones where you would basically say, I'm going to repaint half of this. I'm going to repaint a lot of the parts that are translucent, paint the actual costume she has on, because that's the funny thing is, too, is you can sort of see the detail where the costume would be. But no. Because in her costume, it's green pants, like a bikini bustier. That's it. Instead, we get a very see-through, weird head bandana, sculpt with the hair up and flaming, and disappointing. I'm disappointed in Fire. I'm hoping that we'll get another Fire down the road. I mean, I'm not going to discourage McFarlane Toys from doing female characters. We like getting the female characters. Contrary to what he said years ago when no one wants to buy women action figures. Are you crazy? We love them. But this one, having it out of the package, it just confirms my disappointment even more. I remember I was talking to Casey about it. He thought it was a nice looking action figure. I said, well, I have my reservations. I'll know for sure when I take it out of the package. And out of the package, yeah, disappointed. But life goes on. It does. Not every action figure is going to be fantastic. It's just not going to happen. I wish it would. But it's not. Not everything is great. Sometimes you get some that you're happy to have, but at the same time you go, it could have been better. But let's not digress too far. Let's get the digital Superman out of his package. I'm not even going to bother with the digital card because I'm not going to create an FTF wallet. It's just not worth it. Dr. Scalpel. Let's get him out of the package, and we'll see what I think of this buffed up Superman. Back in a moment. Well, he's a beefy Superman. I do like the black S on the cape. I like it. It's a nice touch. I mean, after all, this is a darker Superman. Thus the black on the S there, the black shorts. Comes with a spare set of hands. He also has the eagle, but the eagle, honestly, useless. I tried switching the hands out, putting the eagle on the other hand. It doesn't. I do know that for this Superman, they corrected that problem. The Superman, basically, the eagle is a spare hand you basically toss on. This is still to come. We haven't opened this one up yet. Maybe next week. I don't know. But the eagle is nicely sculpted. Correct. It's an eagle. It's nice. Sculpted. It's all right. The regular card is okay. Usual card. As for Soup himself, well, when I first saw him, I went, he's a big, bulky guy. He's, not your typical Superman. But then I started liking him more. Now, it'd be nice if this had been a cloth cape, but it does have that rubbery feel to it. Cormat cape. Overall, not a bad Superman. I do like him. Out of the digital so far, he's better than Aquaman. Just say it. So much better than Aquaman. That Aquaman was bad. So I'm happy they did. I'm looking for them doing a digital Wonder Woman. It'd be kind of nice because we already have Batman. We got Al Jordan. Now we got Soups. We have Aquaman. We need a digital Wonder Woman now. Now, one thing I have noticed, it's not as bad as some of the other action figures, but I do think there's been a switch in the manufacturing a bit. It does not feel like the usual plastic. I'm just saying. Might just be me. Might also just be the heat, the humidity, but I don't know. It just feels not as good quality plastic as before. But then again, let's be honest, I'm going to put this on the shelf. That's where it's going. But that's digital. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, one other complaint too. The way the cards were put, you're going to get a bend in the cards. So I have to flatten this out before I put it in the book. Yeah, because they put the cards stuck together kind of thing. Okay. One we've been waiting for a while. Ray Palmer! Classic Atom! And a small version of him too. Basically the Page Puncher Atom and the regular Atom. Dr. Scalpel time. I stand corrected. It's not the Page Puncher Atom. This is just a little statue because the Page Puncher Atom has some posability. Little statue. As for the Atom himself, well, the card. Really? Out of all the Atom artwork you could have choose from, you chose that one. I don't get it. The Atom himself. When I took him out of the package, I kept on thinking, this makes me think of the the Monitor Wave with that plastic that just didn't feel right. A lot of these feel that way. It has that same kind of plasticky feel to it. Not like good plastic. No chemical smell, but a bit disappointed. For one, well, the face sculpt is a little bit lacking. At least you can see his eyes, unlike Booster Gold. But I feel like it's just, I know it sounds crazy, but the shoulder extra pocket thing is too loose. It really is. Like, I feel I have to push it in a bit harder. I'm happy I have him though, because it's the Atom. We need the Atom, the classic Atom. I just wish the face sculpt would have been a bit better. He does come with spare hands, which is nice. The typical pointing finger hand and the wait, stop hand. But I don't know why they tossed this in. It is really, why? I guess if it was a Page Punch and had some left over, like a little Page Punch where you can move the arms, and no, not even. It's a little statue. But no. It's a good start though. We're on the right path. We're on the right path. The only thing is, I think about, well, we have an alternate Superman. Black on red. Why didn't they do the Sword of Atom? That was a great mini-series, if you remember it. Pre-New 52, going way back to the days when comic books were actually good. The Sword of the Atom series was pretty good. I know when the DC Direct line, they did Ray Palmer as the Sword of Atom. Let's knock on wood that we'll still get that one. Overall, Still better than Aquaman. And I like Aquaman as a superhero, but the digital Aquaman was just, how can I put it, one of the worst head sculpts I've ever seen. Both head sculpts were bad. No variant head sculpt here. But let's go on to one that I'm happy they announced, because I liked Malik McGrell's artwork. I love that Longbow Hunter series. Now they have to do Shadow. If you know the book series, you know what I'm talking about. She would be a wicked, wicked addition to the multiverse family. Dr. Scalpel's already at work. Because after all, currently, what I've been reading now, Oliver Queen sort of joined Amanda Waller in the comic books, which I can see him doing as an undercover thing, where he's trying to expose her in the end. And he made his son, Connor Hawke, who is the son of Oliver and Shadow, the current Green Arrow, which I've done before. But let's take a look at Longbow Hunter. We still need a Black Canary, by the way. Back in a moment.
I bet we have more to talk.
Well, as you saw in the close-up, it's a really nicely detailed face. There's detail all throughout the costume. You have a bow, you have a loose arrow, you have a quiver of arrows. Yet, there's some things I'm not thrilled about. Now, I love having the Green Arrow. Really do love having it. It's a good step in the right direction. I still want to get a proper, here's a thought, comic book Green Arrow and Black Canary 2-pack. The Justice League ones, you know, not the Longbow, but Justice League ones. It'd be nice to have a Shadow as well, but let's get a regular Green Arrow and a regular Black Canary. Be nice. As for the figure himself, well, the head sculpt is great. I like the fact that you can actually move the head inside the hood. The hood's not glued on, which brings us the problem of the hood. The hood doesn't move. I know I'm asking a lot, but would a cloth hood, just saying, we got cloth capes, a cloth hood, you could pull up, pull down. I know you can do it. Another thing is the bow. No string. And it's not because they can't do it, because I've seen the Dungeons & Dragons toys. They're roughly about this size or smaller, the 6-inch toys. They have that little plastic thing for a string. The Superpowers, plastic thing for a string. It's a digital action figure. You could have put the little plastic thingy to make a string. I like the fact we got a loose arrow, which is nice, but can't shoot it. Another thing I'm not happy about, this happens whenever they make any action figure that has like clothing for sleeves, is the line you get, because if you turn it, you get those weird kind of crack joints. So disappointed in that. I wasn't expecting a lot of posability, because these kind of bodies, you know, there's no ab crunch. That's a solid sort of torso. You're not going to get an ab crunch. Overall, I'm happy I got them. I do like them. I'm not angry at it. I do see a lot of people taking this and maybe doing some customs. They'll cut off the hoodie, just have Oliver with his head and beard exposed, like he did in a lot of times in the comic books. Or they'll, you know, take the other Green Arrow figure we've had in the past, one that was a DC Direct that they reissued as a DC Multiverse, that just didn't seem to work as well. But no, not bad. That's it. That's it for this little mini show. Okay, it's not a mini show. I still did 5 figures, but it's not as long as the previous show. Okay, so go away, editor. No one's ever happy. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed having this extra little show today. As always, do your best to stay healthy. You know, and of course, stay happy. Please stay happy. It helps. It helps. And fake it until you make it. Put on that fake smile. Put on a persona. But do your best to stay positive. And on that note, we will see you on Monday for a Mafex Monday, the last of the Mafex Mondays, and the first of the new Marvel Mondays. I know, it's crazy. And don't forget, next week we're doing the Batmobile. Oh no, not that Batmobile! Oh no! Casey, I did that to sort of be mean to Casey, because Casey was bugging me to buy this tumbler. And the funny thing was I had already ordered it when I basically was asked to do the tumbler period. I actually ordered this. Then I got the tumbler from GameStop. But no, next week we'll be doing the White Knight Batmobile. I might open that up, I don't know. And that's it. Let me know what you want to see next week. Thank you guys for liking the video. To the new subscribers, thank you. Share the video, get the word out there, and we will see you guys on Monday. Take care. Have a good weekend. Have a good evening. Have a good Sunday morning breakfast. And of course, have a good Monday start to the week.